Hi everyone, I hope you're all doing well. If you are like me, you probably don't feel like wearing makeup today, which is why I have a very special guest on who kindly agreed to film this video with me. This is my boyfriend Jared, and yeah, you've been on my channel a couple of times.
Yeah, it's been a minute though.
It has been a minute. Do you feel like you've perfected your camera appearance and persona?
Yeah.
You might have to talk a tiny bit louder too.
Oh, okay.
Well, not that loud. That's
Middle
very loud.
ground.
Let's just do like a nice, middle ground. You look so white. So I thought today we would do like a little Q&A, like a funny one that I found online. It's just a few questions that I'm curious to know your answers about, and I thought you might be curious to know my answers about. And I figured that this would be a great activity if you are also quarantined with someone. That was a really loud sit. If you are also quarantined with someone and you want to answer these questions, I will have them down below. It's a great activity to just do, just to enjoy each other. I got like my report of how much screen time I did on my phone last week, and it was 4 hours a day. That was my average. So that felt a little bit concerning. So any activity that is off screen, I'm trying to do a little bit more of this week. And yeah, I thought this Q&A would be something fun for you guys to do too. So like I said, all the questions will be down below. You can answer it. If you're a fellow YouTuber, you can make the same video. And yeah, so why don't we get started? Are you ready?
Yeah, let's do it.
We both have matcha lattes that I just made.
That we made.
Oh yeah, sorry, that we made. Jared heated up the milk.
Jared did a lot, just to clarify.
Okay, question number 1. What is the weirdest food that you've ever eaten?
Should I tell a story with it or just answer the question?
You can give a little context, but nothing too long because we want to keep it moving.
Okay, I'll just answer the question. Probably the classic testicles.
Oh, where did you eat those?
See, that's why I was going to get the story.
Okay.
So, went on this beautiful trip to Kenya and Tanzania. Our last night, we went to the Carnivore, which was this restaurant where they just cooked any and everything, pretty much. So all different kinds of meat. I ate like a lot of strange things that I've never eaten since. I think it was goat testicles.
Yummy.
So a little bit off the beaten path.
Did you like them?
They weren't for me, no. Texture-wise, really weird. Me personally. If that's your thing, that's fine, but...
Yeah.
Yeah.
For me,
I think I know yours.
What's mine?
Guinea pig.
Yeah, so mine is guinea pig, which I know in America it's a lot of people's pets, so I don't mean to upset anyone by that. I was doing community service for like a month down in Ecuador, and we were staying in a village, and there it was a delicacy. So as a thank you for kind of like the work that we did, the last day that we worked in the village, they cooked us a meal, and part of it was guinea pig, and it was just one of those moments where it was like, you know, maybe it would be a weird thing to eat in the US, but it was like a very sweet gesture. We were really appreciative that they were sharing kind of their delicacy with us, so we all ate it. I probably wouldn't eat it again just because, yeah, not my thing either. It was interesting. What is your cell phone wallpaper?
So lock screen is a
I'll put in
grocery
pictures,
list.
by the way.
So I was going shopping a couple weeks ago and took a screenshot of a grocery list from the Notes app so I can have it more accessible. Haven't changed that since. And then the other one is a cute picture of us from Yosemite when we went for your birthday last year.
My lock screen is the cute picture of us from Yosemite that I think is your background.
No, I think mine's the sillier one of us.
Okay. And then my my phone home screen was actually set by Jared, which I really appreciate. I'll put in a picture, and I feel like it just kind of explains itself. You can have an unlimited supply of one thing for the rest of your life. What is it?
Food or
anything? Scotch tape, sushi, those are the 2 examples they give.
Oh, neither. Probably bike frames.
Jared is really into cycling. That's a lame answer.
Or, so alternatively, I thought this was food, and I would do salt and straw, dandelion chocolate cookies and cream. It's a vegan flavor, but it's like super creamy and rich and delicious and amazing. I'm obsessed with it.
You can see little like thought bubbles coming out of your head. Yeah. I feel like I always want to redecorate our place and like rearrange things. So if I could have unlimited like homeware decorations, I'd be happy. Okay, what's your best scar story?
Oh man. I have a lot of scars. I don't know where all of them came from. I have some weird ones that look like organs were taken out of me.
that are mysterious. They've been there for as long as you can remember, right?
Yeah, and they look like very surgical, but I have no idea what they're from. My dad claims he has no idea what they're from. He's probably alive because of one of my kidneys, don't know. So when I was a kid, I have like a really deep one on my shin, and my dad growing up, his truck had a lift gate on it, and I kept trying to jump into it, and it was like a metal lift gate with a sharp edge on it, and so I kept raising it and then jumping in to see how high I could make it. And I finally found the limit of how high I could make it and just like absolutely destroyed my shin on the edge of the lift gate. So it went down to the bone, it was super nasty, and now I have this like giant gouge in my shin.
I'd say I have a lot of scars too. I was a third child and quite adventurous, so I think my parents were pretty tired of parenting by the time I came around, so I got away with a lot of stuff and I climbed a lot of things and fell often. I guess the one that I think is, well, I have two. I share two.
Sure.
Okay, well I think one turned out the coolest, which I have one on my arm because I had like a little like lump in my arm that I didn't know what it was, and they wanted to take it out, and they told me it was gonna be a tiny little scar and that I wouldn't even see it. So I was like, yeah, sure, let's do it. Turns out it's not a tiny little scar. It somehow is stretched, and it has like little stitches scars from where I had the stitches, so it looks like a bug that's just like crawling on my arm. So I have that one, but I think my best story is I have a scar in my eyebrow, and that's from when I was really young, and I think I was taking a shower or something in my parents' shower, and they have like a little step out of their shower, or like a little like ledge, and I opened the door to get out, and I must have not stepped over the ledge and literally just like face planted, and their counter is close enough where my eyebrow hit the counter. Yeah, and my eyebrow just split open right here. So that was pretty brutal, but the part of the story that I remember the most is my parents taking me to the doctors, and obviously I was like, I don't know, maybe like 4 or 5. I was really young. You can imagine being that age and then having to get stitches right here. It's obviously like not easy to keep a kid in place and still, but my dad, he was with me, and we were looking at this picture that was right next to where I was getting the stitches. This was in like the pediatric ward, so they had like cartoons and stuff, and it was a picture of dinosaurs. And we just like looked at the picture, and my dad told me this whole story about the dinosaurs, and I was so mesmerized by the story that I didn't even notice they were doing like stitches on this eye. And the doctor said he had never had a patient that still before.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, it was a good story, I'm sure.
Wow.
If aliens landed on Earth tomorrow and offered to take you home with them, would you go?
Oh yeah, I would probably go. I'm obsessed with space. Not so much from like an earth science or a natural science or like a physics perspective, more so just the idea and concept of space. And
it literally keeps him up at night. It's the only time that I can talk to you about anything at night. Otherwise, he's like, let's go to bed, I'm tired.
I'm just very curious by it. I think it's like absurd to think that we're the only life form in like the vast expanse that is space. Yeah, I'll totally go with them and see what's up.
I feel like it depends. If it was in a friendly situation, sure, but like if they're trying to harvest my organs or see like what humans are made of, probably wouldn't want to go.
If they were trying to do that though, do you think they would approach you with like an offer to go with them, or do you think they would just kind of take you?
They could trick you. Am I sunrise, daylight, twilight, or nighttime? Why?
Definitely daylight. Wait, for me or you?
No,
Sorry.
for me.
For you, yeah. Definitely like daylight, twilight. Occasionally nighttime, more so recently, I think. Sunrise, absolutely not. For sure, no.
This is about like a personality thing. It's not about me being a morning person. This is like, would you describe me as sunlight, daylight, twilight? You know, like twilight because you're like mysterious and...
Then I would say you're sunrise, because I really like the mornings, and it's a bright spot in my day, and you're a bright spot in every day.
That's sweet. I would say the same thing. What season would I be?
Oh, Christmas. It doesn't matter because Christmas... It doesn't matter because Christmas is a season in our household, and it's the entire year. We celebrate Christmas, and then we look forward to celebrating Christmas the rest of the year. So
it's such a cozy time.
Yeah, no, absolutely. It's not a knock. It's just Christmas is the season, which is all year round.
I would say you are summer because you're so active.
Yeah.
And you have a lot of energy. You enjoy spending time outdoors, and you're just like very bright, like all the time, which is nice. I'd definitely be winter or Christmas.
Yeah. I mean, realistically, winter, but I think Christmas is fair.
I agree. I think that's a better answer for our lifestyle. Are you a good dancer?
No, not particularly.
I think you are.
No, I'm not really a good... I wouldn't say I'm a good dancer. I am kind of shy to the idea of dancing, but I actually really enjoy dancing. So it takes me a little bit to kind of warm up to it, but then once I do, I'm very warm and very into dancing. But wouldn't say I'm particularly good at it.
Yeah, I'm not good at it either, but I really enjoy it. I think it's really fun. What fruit or vegetable would I be? And why?
Like a couple going through my head.
Well, what's the first, like, association you make with me and fruit?
Well, actually, it was a vegetable.
Oh, with vegetables.
What?
Simply. Who wants to be a vegetable when they could be a fruit? Please, do tell what vegetable am I?
Okay, well, the first thing that came to mind was just because you like them so much was an artichoke. And no.
Spiky and round?
No, hold on. And so then, in my head, I thought of you as like a cute little artichoke with like big eyes.
Yeah, but see how that could be fun?
I do. And so that's why that's not what I... Okay. I'm gonna do this one.
Okay. Rewind.
Okay. I would go with blueberry.
Why? Why?
I go with the blueberry because you're sweet and
sometimes sour.
And sometimes sour. Sometimes tart. I wouldn't say sour.
Oh, okay.
Sometimes tart. And you're very cute and small. And I think like you curl up tiny, you know?
That's true. I do curl up tiny.
So yeah, you're a blueberry.
Oh, that's interesting. If you were a vegetable, you'd be a sweet potato.
What happened? Who wants to be a vegetable?
Well, this one's a yummy. I feel like sweet potatoes are yummy.
Like kind of funky, gnarly shaped and starchy.
No. Okay, listen to my rationale. Okay, because you're like a hardy person. Like you're just hardy. You like hardy things. Like you like tools and bikes and like hardy things. But then you can be cooked and are very sweet and have a more sensitive interior.
Okay.
What did you name your first car?
I think I named it Bella. But I don't...
Why? Were you a Twilight fan?
No.
Which car was it?
It was a 2004 Acura TL Type S, actually.
Well,
my bikes have names.
Oh yeah. You want to share your bike names?
Yeah. They're not people names though. So one's the pink-powered space jet.
I'll insert pictures.
And the other is the Trout, which is not very original, but...
It looks like a rainbow trout. First car that I ever owned is the car that I still currently have. And it is a beautiful Subaru Crosstrek. I love it. It has lots of safety features. It'll beep if I go out of the lane without turning on my turn signal, all that good stuff. And it's called Roo. Very cute.
Like a Subaru.
You had to eat one... Okay, I know this answer for you. If you had to eat one meal every day for the rest of your life, what would it be? It's obviously Indian food.
Yeah.
If it could be
anywhere...
Well, if it's a
complete meal though, does that include like dessert as well?
Sure. So it would be Indian food and then salt and straw.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, what would it be for me?
Not that.
No. I'd eat dishoom the rest of my life, though. If you guys ever go to London, go to dishoom and get a mango lassi. It'll change your life.
So good. Yeah, I don't think there's any one food that you crave all the time.
Mm-mm.
For me, like as soon as we finish eating Indian food, I'm talking about when we should next get Indian food again.
What's a weird habit that I have? I can say for you.
Sure.
Okay, one is that you randomly leave cabinet doors open. You never close them. I'm not really sure why. It's just like anytime I know Jared is in the kitchen because all the cabinet doors are open.
I don't know what your weird habits are. You click things a lot.
Huh. Have you noticed that more or less in quarantine?
I don't think more or less. I'm just thinking back to that particular moment.
Are these pet peeves? Or habits?
Well, I could ask you the same thing with the cabinets.
Okay, well, those were all the questions on the list that I found. Thank you so much for coming on my channel today.
Oh my god, thanks for having me.
You're so welcome.
It's been a
Anytime.
pleasure.
You're always welcome on my channel. If you guys didn't know, Jared was actually the one who bought me a camera for my channel when I first started and encouraged me to do YouTube. So thank you. I'd be here without you. If you guys like this, give it a thumbs up. Let Jared know if you enjoy his presents. Otherwise, let him know if you don't.
Ooh, don't do that.
Hopefully you like something a little bit different. If you're new to my channel, I hope you consider subscribing because that means so much and we're really close to 6,000, so that'd be awesome to hit. Very close. I hope everyone's staying safe and healthy, and I hope this gives you an activity to do with whoever you're quarantined with. So thank you again for watching. Thanks again for being on my channel, and I'll see you guys on Thursday. Bye!
Adios.